Audio Jungle.
Man fatally shot by police, firearm seized in Manchester. A man was fatally shot by the police and a firearm seized during an alleged confrontation in Chudley, Manchester on Tuesday. The man's identity has not been released by police. Police sources say a targeted operation was conducted in Overy district in Chudley early Tuesday morning. During the raid, a police team was allegedly confronted by the armed man, resulted in him being fatally shot. A firearm was seized at the scene, the police noted. Heightened security operations in West Marland. Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police Wayne Joseph says there will be heightened security operations across Westmoreland in the coming weeks to combat an upsurge in criminal activities. We have been experiencing a number of conflicts in and around Westmoreland, and these conflicts have only served to heighten the tension within the area and have served to undermine the intervention efforts of both the police and our external partners, Acting ACP Josephs, who leads the Criminal Investigations Branch, told reporters recently. He said the security forces have recently been carrying out a number of operations, and the offensive will continue throughout the coming weeks. At least 2 shotguns have so far been recovered, and a number of violent producers have been taken into custody, Acting ACP Joseph stated. Anybody who is out there that has any information, who knows where is a gun, or any person who the police may have interest in, pass on the information while we are still on the ground, stated the senior cop, adding, seize the opportunity while you have the military and police within this space and pass on the information so we can do a thorough search and try to make it safer for you and your family. Man shot dead in alleged confrontation with police in Four Pass, Clarendon. A man was fatally shot and a firearm seized by the police following an alleged confrontation in Palmer's community in Four Pass, Clarendon on Monday. The deceased has been identified as 36-year-old Rashid Russian Campbell of a toll gate address in the parish. 1 silver and black Beretta pistol with 1 magazine containing 7 9mm rounds was reportedly seized. Reports were that police, acting on intelligence, went to the community in search of criminals believed to be in the possession of prohibited weapons. It further reported that the police called out to the man who aroused their suspicion when they opened fire at them. The lawmen returned the fire and Campbell was shot. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. None of the officers were injured. Flood watch extended. A flash flood watch remains in effect for low-lying and flood-prone areas of southern and northwestern parishes until 5 p.m. All other parishes have also been cautioned to expect flooding, as a large area of the disturbed weather that has been affecting the island since Saturday night continues to produce showers and thunderstorms. In its latest advisory on Monday night, the Meteorological Service said the system, which is now known as potential tropical cyclone 9, will continue to move away from the island. However, moderate to heavy showers will continue to increase the chances of flash flooding across the island. Fishers and other marine interests are being warned to continue exercising caution as sea conditions continue to deteriorate. The Met Service says it will continue to monitor this system. Sections of West Kingston under 48-hour curfew. A 48-hour curfew has been imposed in sections of Kingston Western Police Division. The curfew began at 6 p.m. and will remain in effect until 6 p.m. on Wednesday, September 25th. The boundaries of the curfews are north along Greenwich Park Road from the western end of the Calvary Cemetery onto Lyndhurst Road to Studio One Boulevard, east along Snipen Road from Studio One Boulevard to Asquith Street, south along Asquith Street from Snipe Road to Thompson Street, west along Thompson Street from Asquith Street, continuing along an imaginary line to Greenwich Park Road to the vicinity of the western boundary of the Calvary Cemetery. During the hours of the curfew, all persons within its boundaries are required to remain within their premises unless otherwise authorized by the ground commander. Appeal on the Rocks mass murders. Bid for sentence reduction hits legal hurdle. An attempt by a convicted murderer, Russian Barnett, to appeal the sentence he was handed for knifing his cousin Kimisha Wright and her 4 children to death at their Cocoa Peace Shopperton Clarendon residence in June 2022 is in jeopardy. Barnett, who was sentenced by the Supreme Court Judge Justice Leighton Pusey in October 2022 to 5 concurrent life sentences, but is in effect only serving 61 years and 8 months in prison before being eligible for parole, had filed a notice of appeal on the basis that his sentence was extreme. Barnett is of the opinion that he should have benefited from discounts during the sentencing since he had pleaded guilty early in the process. The Trelawney native was 22 years old at the time of the offences and will not be eligible for parole before his 85th birthday. But Monday, attorney Kemma Robinson, who was assigned to handle the case, told the panel of appeal court judges, concurrent justices Frank Williams, Jennifer Straw, and Evans Brown, that, having received the record of the proceedings as presided over by Justice Pusey, he found that Barnett had no recourse in law to challenge the judge's decision. In reviewing the transcript, I found no basis on which I can make submission on the grounds filed by the appellant, Robinson told the court. At the end of it, I formed the view that the learned trial judge followed the proper sentencing exercise as prescribed by various authorities, case law, and the sentencing guidelines, and for the most part, the procedure is unassailable, Robinson told the judges. In those circumstances, I will not be in a position to challenge the sentencing to show that it is manifestly excessive, Robinson told the court while making it clear the convicted man had filed the notice of appeal of his own without the benefit of any legal advice. The attorney said he has already informed Barrett of his finding. The appeal court panel will later, in the interest of transparency, hear submission from the Crown and the position arrived at by Robinson. On Monday, Justice Williams, who heads the panel, said after the submissions are heard, the panel will determine what is the best way to deal with this matter. The victims, Wright and her children, Commander Simit 15, Shirley Simit 12, Nafila Simit 5, and 23-month-old Kitchen Henry Jr. were discovered inside their house with chop wounds and their throats slashed. According to Barnett, Wright, who operated a shop at the premises where she lived, had disrespected him in the days before the murders. He claimed that a customer had come to the premises and he served the customer, but his cousin was upset and told him he was never to serve her customers and grabbed the cash from his hand and splashed water in his face. He said he was offended by the incident. A subsequent clash with his cousin, he said, led to the stabbings. After committing the murders, Barnett fled to Wills Run in Trelawney, where he was apprehended. He was charged 3 days later based on a caution statement he gave to the police. Barnett narrowly escaped the death penalty after he pleaded guilty to the murders, resulting in the Crown withdrawing the initial notice. Justice Pusey, in his summation before handing down the sentences, had expressed eternal hope that Barnett's name be forgotten and his victims be immortalized. Justice Pusey, who said he struggled for adjectives to describe Barnett's direct viciousness, declared, "What we need to remember in this matter are the persons who lost their lives, and I have deliberately been mentioning their names continuously. I have also been deliberate in not mentioning the name of the accused man because it is my eternal hope that we will forget his name, although it seems as if his name has gone wide and abroad." In handing down the sentences, the judge, who said he deliberately avoided mentioning the details of the injuries of the 5 deceased, given the presence of their family members in court, said, "This is a crime for which adjectives and descriptions were insufficient and will shock and horrify a nation, even in this country, which has unfortunately gotten too used to murders." Justice Pusey, ahead of directing address Barnett, said he found instructive a note by one of the officials that Barnett, who appeared to be superficially charming, deceitful, lacking in empathy and remorse at the time of the evaluation, had expressed a desire to give an oral medication, placed in a single cell, and to remain in custody for a year before being released on the current charge. The judge said that the crimes fell under the most serious category, recognizing in law, and told the court that in arriving at the sentence he took note of the report of the forensics pathologist who, after assessing Barnett, said he had no major mental illness, but that he displayed features which suggest that he has an antisocial personality disorder. According to the doctor, he found that Barnett understood the nature of the offense but was not acting under any abnormality of mind when he committed the offense. He said although Barnett indicated that he heard voices, his examination of him did not uncover any signs of delusion in his history. He further said Barnett appeared eager to deflect responsibility for the alleged offense to his cousin's mother by claiming that she caused Obia to be on him. Barnett did not benefit from the discount in his sentence because of his guilty plea, given the circumstance of the particular case, Justice Pusey noted. While declaring the matter approach a category of one that could attract the death penalty, Justice Pusey said, "We really have no precedents in our annals under this square. I say, have none after today." A forensics pathologist who examined Barnett revealed that he had a tendency to be superficial, referring to a habit being smoke and slick. The expert also revealed that Barnett lack openness, does not accept responsibility, is unreliable, displays adult antisocial behavior, and lacks empathy. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.